Let's practice flute. I'm Dr. Matthew Allison, and today's video is going to cover exercise 1 from 10 Steps for Vibrato, available on the practiceflute.com website as a digital download or in print form. Exercise 1 is discover abdominal pulses. Now, there are many ways that a flute player creates vibrato. I begin by teaching with abdominal pulses for a few reasons. 1, the abdominal muscles are easier to identify. And 2, this helps us start with the foundation of having a very open throat and mouth when we start to use the vibrato. So let's begin without the flute. Place your hand on your belly, and we're going to quickly contract the abdominal muscles in as if we're saying huh. It's like you're blowing out a lot of air. This increases the air pressure and speed, which is going to be the foundation of your vibrato. We want to make the pitch as low as possible. Let's first make it really high. So make the throat and the mouth tight, as if you're saying, try it, tight and high. We do not want that, but it's good to identify because it might happen at first. Now let's open the throat like you're yawning and feel the pitch as low as possible. So the lower the pitch, the more open the throat is, and the less throat sound we'll have when we're creating vibrato. Now let's practice just making that sound with the metronome. I'm setting the metronome to 60 to begin. Just the breath with the abdominal contractions. Ready? Make sure that you have that yawning sensation in your throat. Jaw is nice and relaxed downward, and the abdominal muscles are contracting inward very strong. Again, without the flute. Ready? Next, let's try doing the same action with the flute. Again, we don't want any throat noise at all. The contraction comes just from the abdomen, and the throat and jaw stays very open. Let's try it on a neutral note. How about B flat, since that's one of the first notes we learn on the flute. Find your B flat, and just do the huh into the flute. I also call this exercise tongueless articulation, or essentially not using the tongue but having short bursts of sound. Try it again on a B flat. Ready? Now, if you look further down on exercise 1, we apply this to an F major scale. Beginning with a chord note set to 60, let's proceed up the F major scale. 1, 2, ready? I'm going to pause there, even though the exercise continues for a second octave. Make sure that first octave feels very comfortable. You might notice a few of those notes cracked. If they cracked, feel free to do them for multiple beats. E natural is an especially tricky note to stabilize on the flute, so that one might take a lot of practice. Continue this exercise throughout the range of the flute, and over time, speed up the metronome. The practice flute booklet comes with some charts where you can track the speed at which you are practicing. Keep your eye open for the exercise 2, and please subscribe to this video.